Will Andrew Heaney, who starts, of course, tonight for the Texas Rangers, make it through 3 innings tonight?
Yeah, he will. I think he will. I think Bruce will give him a little chance, give him a little rope. He's got a 2-1 lead. Listen, against maybe he can hurt with Carroll. You turn Marte around. I think Heaney will give him a halfway decent performance. I think this is going to be a lower scoring game than people think. That bullpen did a decent job in the Phillies series in Game 4. I think Heaney will a little less pressure on him. I think he will go through 3 innings tonight.
All right, Andrew Heaney has made just 3 starts since September 5th and a total of 8 2/3 innings combined in those outings.
I'm going against the trend.
You are going against the trend.
Gotcha.
You're taking the over as far as that's concerned. All right, should Bruce Bochy change the way he uses Aroldis Chapman? The reason I say that is because it always seems like we are walking a tightrope when Aroldis Chapman comes into the ballgame.
Yeah, he pitched him in the 8th inning last night. He could have flipped it and have him go to the 7th and Spores go the 8th. And I'm not sure if that 8th inning, Bruce had to be very nervous. There's a big strike out of Carroll, but he gave up the double and a single. And this easily could have been a base hit if not for Seager. So I think he'll be very, very careful of how he uses Chapman. Do I think he will avoid him in the 8th inning? Not necessarily, because some of it will be matchups, who's up and everything else. But I do think that, I know the Ranger fans get very nervous. Chapman's given up 1 million home runs. He has not been great. He used them last night, and he still throws 100 miles an hour.
Well, Yankees fans still have PTSD.
Oh,
when it
absolutely.
Comes to
Let's be fair. Against the Cubs, he won the World Series. He pitched 2 innings against the Cubs in game number 7, and he had to go pitch that bottom of the 9th inning, tie game, and he got 1, 2, 3. Biggest inning I've ever seen in my life. Cubs trying to win a World Series. It's 2016.
Bruce Bochy knows what he's doing, though, because if you look at the numbers, and you can't always in these situations, but if you look at the numbers, in the 8th inning, he has pitched the most, 39 1/3. He has the lowest ERA, 2.06. The next lowest, 7th inning, at a 3.86 ERA.
So maybe that's got something to do with it.
I think he enjoys that 8th inning. He's had the most success as far as 7th, 8th, 9th, or extra innings in that 8th inning. All right, what will be the key to a D-backs victory tonight?
That's a good question. A lead. I'm always a big believer in having leads when you trail in these series. Now, they're at home, so that will help, but they know they have to have this game. They need that bullpen to keep them in the game. You don't want Texas scoring 4 runs in the first 2 innings of the game. So I think keep the game stable. They did that for the most part early against the Phillies. Keep the game stable, and then, eventually get themselves on track offensively. Listen, their pedigree says that they are going to win this kind of game. They've done it throughout the postseason. Milwaukee, they did it. They certainly did it against the Phillies on 2 or 3 different occasions. They did it in
the Dodgers.
And they did it in Game 2 when they lost that first game with the home run. So I wouldn't expect anything different than Arizona being right there at the end. Texas, the thing that worries me about Arizona is a 9-game winning streak. 9 road games in a row.
That's got to come to an end at some point.
Maybe it's only 2 to go. So maybe not.
The key is whoever takes the lead first. The reason being is the teams that are undefeated when scoring first. The Rangers are 9-0, again, on the road, while the D-backs are 7-0 in the postseason and 24-4 since August 14th.
I saw that, 24-4. It's important.
If you get on the board first, you got a really good chance for whatever reason in this postseason. All right, what's the key to the Rangers' victory tonight? Is it scoring first or is it something else?
I think they need, let's say Garcia doesn't play. They need a couple of long balls tonight. It's no secret that when they get long balls, they've won these games. Seager hit one in the 9th inning there in game number 1. Garcia follows. Seager hits the big shot last night, 2-run homer. I think they need Simeon, somebody to hit the ball out of the ballpark. They do, these long balls go a long way in these kind of games. So if somebody hit a couple of home runs, they would have a heck of a chance to win the game. Again, 9 in a row. They are very confident no matter where they play. You got to stop that if you're Arizona tonight for a game 4.
Christian Walker and Marcus Semien both need to get going. They both had hits yesterday. I thought that was going to be a good sign for them. And then Christian Walker obviously misses the sign. Tony Parashchica, that whole situation there. And then he gets cut down at home plate. All right. Would you be shocked if this series did not return to Texas?
I would not be shocked.
Really?
Not when you've won 9 in a row at home. On the road,
yeah.
I would not be shocked. And plus, you got a ball tomorrow.
So you're wearing a Diamondbacks jersey, but
you're asking me my opinion. I got to be honest.
They're closing it out here?
No, I want Arizona. I've said all along, long series, so I will stick to that. But your question here was shocked.
Yes.
You didn't say, what do you think? You said you'd be shocked.
Semantics.
So I would not be shocked if Texas wins 2 more games on the road. They've won 9 straight. I don't think they will, but I wouldn't be shocked.
All right.
How's that?